Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
18-yard line.
Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. And that'll set up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
On fourth down, they snap it to Rodgers. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He doesn't know. Nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, Richardson. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on third down. The motion man is Johnson. From the gun on third down, Richardson. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down. Rodgers on first down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line.
A gain of 14.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Rodgers now. He'll look underneath. and finds Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football as they've got it with fourth down coming up. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14
From the 32 now is first and 10.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Packers.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. First down for Aaron. That is intercepted. And the defense comes up with the first point to this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They were able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Rodgers to throw. And he's got the veteran Cobb. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of
So
11.
from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Loss of 2.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Rodgers. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 10.
Rodgers. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Packers.
That's good for the Packers. First down. A gain of 12. And the Packer first
Throwing,
down.
Rodgers, flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Packers first down.
Here's Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
4 yards.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
4 yards. And the Packers first down.
Here's Gibbs. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss.
And
it's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Lions' 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
And this will be incomplete.
Intended for Andre Johnson.
He'll try again here. Second and 10.
On the coverage.
The motion man is Johnson. A second down throw for Richardson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 23-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. He's going to air this one out for Jones. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll get that into the hands of Cobb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got Parham, his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Detroit.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
He'll take care of it himself. Picks up the first down and a gain of 12.
4 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line. First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 42 yards. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Touchdown, Giants. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A throw on the first play from Rodgers. Now he takes off, and he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Forced to his right, and he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Rodgers now. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, And usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now, Jackson. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be taken down. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a 1st down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Packers' 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Out to his right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. Rodgers going to put it up to get started. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 16. And very quickly, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that 1st quarter of play. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? And we're back in Philly in a moment. Rodgers on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That is caught! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Bud Dupree in there to make the stop.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Second and 7.
Second and 7.
Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll keep it on the ground with Genty. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. A first down throw from Rodgers. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
From the gun, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown. Packers.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Jackson moving outside the pocket. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
He'll get this off to Genty. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 20. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Genti. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First down.
Jackson. They'll find Genti at the backfield. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll send a tight end in motion.
3 at the 22-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Genti. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the play.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here.
Eagles
As the clock will stop with
first
35
down.
seconds to go
First
in
and
this
10
second
at the
quarter.
17-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson on the run to the right. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and
It's a
goal
gain of
coming up.
14 yards.
The Packers go ahead and use the
That's
first of
good
their
for the
timeouts
Eagles.
as they
First
stop it with
down.
28 seconds to go in this first
and
half.
goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw, Jackson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Jackson now, rolling right. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And now they'll be looking at third and goal.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Now Jackson on 4th down. This caught, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
He'll get that into the hands of Cobb. So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 7 78 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Genty. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Here's Jackson. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Forced out wide. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Second and 10.
Check.
Play action now. Jackson. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Third and long for Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
DC ready?
A first down throw for Jackson. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback?
And he's going to go down. However, there's a marker down. Let's check on this call first. The tight end going in motion to the left. Jackson now to throw on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big play for the Eagles. Pick up of 46 yards. First and 10. Run right up the gut with Genty. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
12 more yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
They'll go again with Genty. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Tight end on the move left. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Tight end going in motion here. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's into space, past the 15. And danger averted. He's out of bounds all the way up past the 40.
A gain of 43 yards. That's good. Packers, 1st down.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. He'll let one go down the middle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Here's a designed run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 14 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. 1st down for Aaron. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick throw here is complete, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. Now this looks like a design run. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Eagles, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll send a man in motion left. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He's brought down at the
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
2nd down, they need 3. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Moving to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Again, it's Jackson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Here's second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Genty.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Jackson and the offense trying to get 2 more here.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's the thing about these onside kicks. They're really unpredictable. You're trying to get the ball to take that big high hop, but it doesn't. It ends up just going through everybody on the recovery team and ends up going out of bounds.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, here's Jackson. Headed left, buying time. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Jackson. Escaping to his left. He's going to look for the home run ball. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Philadelphia, good night.